All right, so I'm recording. Good morning, everyone. Sorry for not being here on time. Stuff happens, so shout out to you guys for sticking around. So let's begin. When did you get it?
This Tuesday.
Okay, so don't get too sweaty today. All right, comfortable cross-legged position. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands onto your knees and make some circles with your spine. If you don't want to be in the picture, you're kind of in it, which it's just gonna be the spot. So yeah, little yoga mama, good. And then gently circle in the other direction. Warming up your hips, your low back. Good, and then slow it down, come back to center, sitting nice and tall, bring your shoulders up towards your ears, circle your shoulders around, back and down. Good, up, around, back and down. Good, up, around, back and down. And then one more big shoulder roll. Good, and then let your shoulders kind of shake at the bottom, a little shimmy, shimmy. And then get still, placing your hands on your knees or your thighs. Close your eyes if that's comfortable, or you can take a soft gaze on the floor in front of you. And then feel all the places where you're touching the mat, the feet, the legs, the sitting bones, the bowl of the pelvis. And see if you can let the lower half get heavy, grounding down. And then bring your attention to the base of the spine and travel your awareness up the back, creating length and space between each vertebrae. So really lift and lengthen all the way to the base of the neck and up through the crown of the head. So imagine like you were a puppeteer with a string pulling you up from the top. Let your shoulders draw down. Upper body is light and lifted. Lower half is rooting and grounding. And then just take this time to make space for anything you need to feel today, whatever's going on in your body, your mind, your heart. And then we'll start to draw into the breath. So before you change it in any way, just pay attention to the breath in your body. Notice if the breath feels deep in the belly, or if it's kind of short in the chest, or if you feel it in your nose. And then start to lengthen the breath. So breathing in fully and exhale completely. So deep breath in and a full breath out. Again, breath in, exhale. And see if you can let the breath really kind of center and calm you down, bring you into presence. So the breath is our most portable form of stress management. So our ability to tap in, to center, to soften. Now bring your hands together in front of your heart in a prayer position. Rub your hands together, and your hands nice and kind of warm, get a little fire and heat in the palms. Good, and then slow that down, bring your palms away from one another, and then a little towards one another. You can feel that heat continue to move. And then palms pressed, thumbs at your chest. Take a moment here to set an intention for your practice today. So in yoga we call this a sankalpa, a solemn vow or a heartfelt wish. And your intention can be a statement in the present tense, like it's already happened. So if you want to be on honor roll this semester, your intention is, I'm an honor roll student. I'm a straight A student. Or if you want to really have balance in your life, you can say, like it's already happening, I'm balanced, I have balance in all of my activities. Or maybe just a word like strength or love or forgiveness. Take a deep breath here and exhale. Now press your palms together and reach your arms up. Good, and then stretch your arms out and down by your sides. Good, bend your knees and place your feet down on the mat. Bring your hands behind you and windshield wiper your knees from side to side, back and forth. Little back and forth, starting to kind of free up some space in your hips, your back. And then come to center, back to that cross-legged position, sitting up nice and tall. Arms out by your sides. Inhale, stretch your arms out and up. And then exhale, stretch your arms out and down. Good, connecting the breath and the movement. Inhale, arms stretch up. Exhale, arms float down. Good, one more. Inhale, reach your arms up. Good, exhale, twist over to the right. So you can bring one hand behind your back, one hand to the outside of the knee. Inhale and lift tall. Exhale and twist, look behind you. Good, then spin to face forward. Lower your right hand down, stretch your left arm up and over. And you can kind of pull that top shoulder back, maybe look down, roll your left wrist in the air. Good. And then take your time to rise back up to seated. Bring your hands to your knees and round your spine back, chin to chest. Good, lift up and then arch your spine, shift forward. Good, hands on your knees, round back, chin to chest. Good, lift up and arch your spine as you shift forward. Good, come back up to sitting, nice and tall. You can shift a little side to side. Arms come out by your sides. Exhale. Good, now inhale, stretch your arms up. And then exhale, twist it left. Waking up the spine, first thing in the morning. Inhale, get tall. Exhale and twist. One more breath here. Good, and then spin to face forward. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up and over. Side bend. And maybe you pull your top shoulder back. You can look up, maybe roll your top wrist around. Good. And then rise back up to seated. Hands on your knees, circle your spine one more time. Good, one direction and then the other. And then lift back up to center, squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears, and then drop. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Squeeze and drop, squeeze and drop. And see if you can do this a couple times. Really think about dropping, releasing any tension. Drop, 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 and then squeeze your shoulders up, hold. Circle your shoulders around, back and down, up, around, back and down, and one more time. Good, shoulders get a little shake at the bottom, and then swing your legs around behind you and press into child's pose at the back of the mat. So big toes touch, knees wide apart. Stretch your hips to your heels and reach your arms forward in front of you. Maybe let the forehead touch the mat. Good. And always remember, you can be in child's pose at any time to pause, rest, take a break, come back to your intention. You can also lie on your back in Shavasana. So doing what feels right for you and your body this morning. Giving yourself this gift of health today. Now see if you can reach your arms forward in front of you more. Lift your gaze and tent up onto your fingertips. Good, and then walk your upper body over to the right. Feel a stretch down your left side. And you can bend your right arm, place your hand by your knee, and really pull, drag with your left hand. Yeah, there you go. And then lift your gaze up on fingertips, walk your way center, and then over to the left. Maybe bend your left arm, place your hand by your knee, and pull, drag with your right hand. Good, and then walk it back to center, child's pose. Good, rise up to tabletop position on all fours. So look down at your hands, fingers spread wide, big palms, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, so flat back position. And begin by just moving your hips gently from side to side. So starting to create a little movement in the lower half. Oftentimes if we're having back issues, it might be coming from the hips. So tight, restricted hips or weak hips might kind of pull and challenge the back. So beginning at first, just create some movement here. And now start to move your whole spine up and down, side to side. So really bend your elbows as you drop your chest down. Straighten your arms, shoulders puff up. So side to side, up and down, like a rolling cat-cow. Nice. And then switch directions, elbows bend, arms straighten as you move up and down, side to side. So see if you can start to create some movement in the mid, low, and upper back. Good. And then slow it down as you come back to tabletop position, all fours. So let's cat-cow the spine, tuck the toes, belly lowers, tilt your hips up, gaze up. And then exhale, point your toes and round your spine to cat. Press the mat away, chin to chest. Inhaling cow, tuck the toes, belly lower, shoulders shrug, gaze up. And then exhale, point your toes and round for cat. Very nice. One more time, inhaling cow, tilt your hips, look up. Exhale and round for cat. Good, come back to neutral. So flat back position, bring your knees together. And then lift your right leg up and out to your side and draw it in. You can even tend onto your right fingertips. So think like a fire hydrant out and in. So this is just a little bit of a hip strengthener. Good. Yep. For 3, 2, 1. See if you can hold your leg out. Kick it. Bend it. Kick it. Bend. Kick. And then put it down at your side. And then shift back. So you can tuck your left toes and stretch here into your hamstring. So you want your right foot to be right in line with your left to the side. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so you're still facing forward. Hands can be down in front of you, arms straight. Maybe even shift a little. Maybe feel, do you guys feel this in like the inner hamstring there? Yeah, like this is a really good one. Good, maybe forearms come down. How is Takesha? I haven't seen her. Have you talked to her?
Well, I talked to her yesterday, but
What's going on with her?
I don't know. Well, she was at practice last night.
Well, she hasn't been to class in 4 classes.
I know, I tried calling her this morning.
Okay, well, tell her I'm mad at her.
Okay.
She's in big trouble. She's on my list. Good. And then straighten through your arms, lift your chest up, and then see if you can lift your leg up and out to the side. Circle it back behind you. Good, nice and long. Now pull your knee to your nose, round and squeeze. Send your leg back. Knee to chest, curl it in. Send it back. One more time, draw it in. Good, send it back and give it a little shake, 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 shake. Good, and then put it down, tabletop position, all fours. Move your hips from side to side. And then spread your fingers wide, press into your palms, tuck your toes and lift into a downward facing dog. And notice how different the right side might feel from the left here. Bend your knees, press your chest back towards your thighs, gaze back, look back. Good. Deep breath here. Good, so even push your palms down onto the mat. Good, does that feel okay? A little bit better? Yeah, nice. And then take one more deep breath here. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose. Top of a push-up, one strong straight line. Press the mat away, breathe in. Exhale, down dog, hips lift. And again, inhale forward, plank. Good, this time drop to your knees so you're in a modified plank. So think diagonal line from knees to your shoulders. Look forward and then hug your elbows to your sides as you lower to chaturanga. So think like a tricep push-up. And then straighten your arms. Tuck your toes and rock your hips back towards an active child's pose. And then rise back up. And we'll do the other side. So palms down, fingers spread. Lift your left leg up to the side. And then bring it in. Out to the side. And in. So fire hydrants here. So do you feel that kind of in your glute, in your booty muscles? Yeah, so hip strength really helps us to have spine strength. And as Joseph Pilates says, you're only as old as your spine is flexible. So keeping your body nice and flexible and strong. Okay, now hold it up there. Kick and bend. Kick it, bend it, one more kick. And bend, this one's the last one, kick it, and then put your left foot down by your side. So if you look, you think right knee, left foot in line. Good, tuck your right toes and shift back a little to stretch that medial hamstring area. So you can straighten your arms and bend, shift a little forward and back. Is everyone feeling that? Yeah, hopefully it feels good. Does anyone here feel like they have tight hips? Medium. All the tight football players left after 10 minutes, didn't they? Shouldn't judge, shouldn't categorize that. Good. Now straighten through your arms and see if you can lift your leg out and up. Good. Now sweep it back behind you. Hands down, stretch your leg back, pull your knee to your chest. And then stretch your leg long and back. Knee to nose, curl it in. Stretch it back. One more time, knee to chest. Stretch it back. And then put it down to tabletop position. Move your hips from side to side. Good, now stretch your right arm up and circle your arm back, down, forward, up and around. Make some big circles here. Good, and then switch direction, waking up your shoulder, your arm. Good, circle. Good, now hold your right arm lifted, stretch it up. Weave your right arm underneath your left for thread the needle pose. Maybe your right ear comes to the floor here. Good, left hand can be in front of your face, pressing away. And also stretch your left arm forward or bring it behind your back. If you want a little challenge, you can also stretch your left leg back. Maybe hover your leg, maybe even lift your right heel toward your seat. Yeah, nice. Good, then put your left hand back down. If you lifted it, bring both knees back down. Stretch your right arm back up. Give it a little shake, 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 shake. Good, and then back to table. Shake it out, move your hips. Good, maybe move your spine up and down. Very nice. Good, now stretch your left arm up, circle it back, down, and around. Big circles. You can kind of take this slow, really feel an opening the front of the chest. And then switch directions, circle forward, down, back and around. Good, now hold your left arm lifted, and then weave your left arm under your right, thread the needle. Bring your left ear to the mat. Good, right hand can be in front of your face, kind of pressing the floor away, rolling towards your left shoulder. Option to tuck your right toes, stretch your right leg back. Maybe lift your left leg up as well. Maybe the right hand comes behind your back to tuck inside your hip. Nice. And then unwrap, right hand comes down, drop your knee. Sweep your left arm back up. And then back to all fours, table. Now look down at your hands and spread your fingers wide. The first finger you want to face forward. So sometimes I see people like this, or sometimes this little part, index finger and thumb, kind of gets loose and lifted. So really press down, like you're going to seal your palms into cement. And then just take a moment to kind of squeeze and tone fingers dragging toward the heel of the hand. Good. So keep that, and then tuck your toes and see if you can lift your shins up to floating table. Yeah, and then bend your knees a lot, chest to thighs, turbo dog. Yeah, and then work towards straightening your legs and lowering your heels to downward facing dog. So hands shoulder distance apart, feet hip distance apart. Move your hips a little side to side, hips twist right, hips twist left. Maybe you pedal your feet out a little, left heel lowers, right knee bends. Good, and then get still in your down dog, press back. And now walk your hands to the back of the mat, come into a forward fold. Let your knees bend, let your upper body hang. You can grab opposite elbows and sway. Now release your hands and bring them to your shins. Look forward and lengthen like a flat back position. Good, then fold. Stretch your arms as you rise up to stand. Stretch up, reach up, lift up. Now stretch with your right arm and your left. Really lengthen, stretch. Reach like you're gonna pick apples off a tree. Reach and reach. Now hold both arms lifted. Tuck your tailbone, so lengthen your low back, round into the feet. And then hands come together and down to the heart in mountain pose. Deep breath in. Exhale. Good, press your palms together, reach your arms up. Take your right hand to your left wrist and stretch up and over to the right. Maybe the top shoulder's drawing back, chin lifts, side bend. And then back to center, release the grip. Left hand, right wrist, stretch up and then over to the left. Maybe your chin is lifting, top shoulder drawing back. And then back to center, arms come to goal post position. Little back bend here, hips forward, chest forward. Good, rise up, arms stretch high, breathe in, and then forward fold, hands to the mat. Bend your knees here and pedal your feet out. You can bend both knees and kind of squat down and straighten. Maybe lift your heels, shake it out. Good, now lengthen your spine to a flat back, look forward. Good, then plant your hands and walk your feet out to plank pose. Top of a push-up, one strong straight line, hold it here. Good, now either from here with your knees down, yogi push-up, chaturanga, come down, and then all the way to your belly. Stretch your arms back by your sides, exhale, and then inhale, lift your arms, legs, and chest. Maybe palms squeeze towards one another behind you, lift, and lower. Bring your hands by your sides, up by your ribs, palms down, fingers forward, and then see if you can lift your chest and lift your hands to a hover, little floating cobra. Good, and then come back down. Press into your hands and lift, cobra or upward dog. Up dog, you lift the tops of the thighs up off the mat. Good, downward facing dog, hips lift up and back. And if downward dog doesn't work in your body, you could also be in tabletop position or in child's pose. Really good. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more breath here. Good. Now lifting your knees, come high to the toes, look forward, and walk your feet to your hands. Inhale and look forward. Exhale and fold. Stretch your arms, rise up to stand, lift, and then hands touch and come to the heart, mountain pose. Breathing in, breathing out. So these are called our sun salutations. Again, palms pressed together, arms reach up. Good, swan dive, arms open out wide as you hinge and fold. Good, head drops. Inhale and lengthen your spine, look forward. Good, now exhale, left leg steps back. Drop your left knee down and reach your arms to low lunge. Good, you can really bend into your front knee. Maybe you roll your wrists out a little bit here. Feel your hips start to open. Good, hands get still, shoulders down, shift forward more. And then hands to the mat, straighten your front leg, shift hips back. Bend into your front knee and shift it forward. Good, so rock it back, half split. Rock it forward, low lunge. One more time, shift back. Good, shift forward. Now plant your hands down and bring your right leg back to tabletop position. Good, tuck your toes, bring your hips back towards your heels, and then shift forward with your butt in the air, lower knees, chest, and shin. So inchworm pose, butt in the air, good, and then slither to the belly. Lower all the way down. Stretch your arms behind your back. See if you can interlace your fingers and lift up. Hands reach back, chest, legs, lift, and lower. Hands by your sides. Palms down, fingers forward. Pull up to cobra or up dog. And then back to tabletop position or downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up into the air and then step your right foot forward. The back knee lifts this time. Reach your arms, crescent lunge. Shoulders relax, arms stretch high. Good, and then hands come down. Step your left foot forward, fold. Inhale and lengthen, look up. Exhale, right leg stretches back. Drop your right knee down and reach your arms up, low lunge. Bend into the front knee, lift here. Again, you can roll out your wrists a little, maybe flick your fingers. Good, let your hands get still, shoulders down the back, and then hands to the mat. Straighten your front leg, shift back. Bend your front knee and shift it forward. Straighten and shift back. Bend and shift forward. One more time, shift it back and hold for an extra breath. Good, shift it forward, hands down, left leg goes back to tabletop position. So hands wide, knees together, tuck your toes, hips back to your heels, and then like you're gonna dive under wave, come down, knees, chest, and shin, Ashtangasana, so upper back opening, hold, good, and then release all the way to the bottom. Stretch your arms behind you, interlace your hands, squeeze your palms, lift your chest, and then lower down. Bring your hands by your sides and lift to cobra. Good, press back to table or downward facing dog. Reach your left leg up and down. And then step your left foot forward, lift your back heel, reach your arms for crescent lunge. Shoulders down, bend into the front knee, nice and strong. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down, step your right foot forward and fold. Now bring your feet together at the top of the mat, bend your knees, and sit your seat down as your arms stretch for chair pose. Good, so butt back like you're sitting in a chair, arms lift high. Good, now hands come together, lower them to your heart, sit down more, and twist to the right, hug your left elbow outside your right knee, see if your palms can press, open your chest. Good, back to center, chair pose, keep your knees bent, arms stretch, and then hands come back together, twist it left, hands to the heart, knees bend, sit low. Good, back to chair at center. Now keep your knees bent, see if you can lift your heels up, and then work towards straightening your legs, stretch your arms, lift your chest. Good, heels down, hands together, into the heart, mountain pose. Breathing in, exhale. Release your arms down by your side, step your feet apart hip distance, and just shake out your hands and your arms a little, and shrug your shoulders. Maybe give your legs a little bit of a shake, 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 wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good, and then just circle your hips a little here. Again, just trying to free up some space in the hips, that connection from the legs to the waist. Does anyone know what the muscle is that connects the torso and the legs? It starts with a P. It's a muscle called the psoas, which actually is a trick question because you wouldn't think psoas would start with a P. So PSOA, and this will be like the quiz question. So everyone who's watching this recording, email me in your summary the word psoas, because some of them are just gonna watch 5 minutes or not watch it at all. So this is your code word. So the psoas, you can stop your circles, is a muscle that goes kind of under your butt, up and around. It connects to a T12, and then it comes down around here, and then through like this. So I can post a picture on Moodle, but it's really interesting muscle, and often it can get really tight, especially in the front here. So that will restrict kind of some of the back issues. So as strength and flexibility is really important. So balance on your left leg, bend your right knee, and bring your heel toward your seat for a quad stretch. Notice if your knee kind of naturally goes back. See if you can tuck your tailbone. So bring your hips forward so your right knee's in line with your left. Good, and then release and switch. Balance on your right leg, bring your left knee in. Reach back, heel toward your seat. Think about bringing that left hip in line with your right here. Stretching the front of the quad. Good, and then release back to mountain pose. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Now exhale, walk your feet out. Bend your knees and sit low into a squat malasana. So naturally a lot of your heels might lift. Maybe you can drop your heels down. Hands at the heart. Such a great stretch for your hips and your spine, your ankles and your knees. Good, stay here. If you want to play with an arm balance, you can come forward into crow pose. So if you're starting out hands down, you can wrap your legs around your upper arms, so you're a little bit lower to the ground, and then think shift forward, 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 maybe lift your feet. You can also bring your knees kind of behind your triceps, come up to your tippy toes, and then lift up higher and shift forward. Maybe you lift one toe up off the mat, maybe both feet, heels towards your seat. So you can try and play if you want. Nice. Good. And then come back down to your squat, hands to the mat, step back to downward dog. Do a deep breath in, full exhale. Good, now stretch your right leg up into the air, and then step your right foot forward, spin your left heel down, and open up into warrior two. You're facing a concrete wall. Good, arms spread out wide, shoulders down the back. Good, imagine you're kind of in a tug of war, front hand and back hand, sit lower. Good, now straighten your arms and legs, reach up. Bend and come down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. One more, reach up. Good, come down. Good, exhale completely. And then inhale, reverse your warrior. Take it back. Good, rise back to warrior two. Deep breath in. Good, exhale, extended side angle. Right forearm to thigh, left arm up and over. Good, rise back to warrior two. Now straighten your front leg. Hands on your hips. Walk your back foot in a little, so you're shortening your stance. Keep your right toes facing forward to triangle. Reach your arms out, breathe in. Good, and then right hand down, left arm up. So Brandon, bring your right toes to face forward. There you go, that's it. Good, if you want an extra challenge, you can stretch your top arm overhead, maybe bottom arm as well. Good, bring your hands back to their original triangle position. Look down, bend your front knee, and see if you can shift into half moon balance. Right hand down, left arm up. Good, nice. Yeah. And then bend your right knee, step your left leg back into warrior two, arms stretch out wide. Good, lower your hands to the mat. Drop your left knee down. Walk your right foot over to the right, bring your hands down inside your foot. And then option and do a little twist here. Right hand presses your right leg away. Good, and then hands come down. Straighten your back leg a little and send your right leg back to tabletop position. Deep breath in, exhale. So you can stay in table, you can tuck your toes and lift to down dog, and if you want, you can shift forward into plank and take a vinyasa. Chest forward, chaturanga push-up, upward dog, downward face. Good, left leg stretches, reach it high. Step your left foot forward, spin your back heel down, open to the side of the mat to warrior two. So you're facing a chalkboard wall this time. Good, arms spread out wide. Deep end of your front knee, stretch forward and back. Soften your shoulders, deepen your breath. Good, now inhale, arms and legs straight and reach up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. One more, breathe in. Good, lower down. Now inhale, stretch your left arm forward. Exhale and reverse, take it back. Breathe in. Exhale, stay. Now inhale, back, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm to thigh, right arm up and over. Maybe you circle that top arm back down, round forward. Good, and then lift back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Hands on your hips. Walk your back foot in a little, shortening your stance for triangle. Arms spread out wide. Inhale. Good. Exhale, triangle. Left hand down, right arm up. So imagine your back was pressed against a wall. There was a kind of a board in front of your chest. Maybe the left arm reaches forward. Maybe top arm as well. To hover using your core. Nice. Good. Hands back in original triangle position. Look down. Bend your front knee and option to lift up into a half moon balance. So right leg lifts, top arm is lifting, kick out through your right heel. Nice. And then bend your left knee, step your right leg back, rise to warrior two. Good, and then lower your hands to the mat. Drop your back knee down, heel toe your left foot to the left, hands inside your leg for a little lizard lunge stretch. Maybe you press your left hand inside the leg, drop it away. Good. And then hands come back down. Kind of work your legs back and sweep your left leg to the back of the mat in tabletop position. Good, now bring your knees together and tuck your toes. Shift your hips back to your heels for a toe squat, a toe stand. And I know for me, sometimes my ankles want to drop to the side, so see if you can keep your ankles in line with your toes. You can even reach around and grab your pinky toes to make sure your pinky toes are tucked under. So this is a really great stretch for your feet and your ankles. If it gets to be too much, you can always stand on your knees. From here, open your arms out. Right elbow underneath your left. Circle forearms and wrist. Eagle arms. Good, maybe your elbows lift and lower a little bit here. A little stretch for your shoulders. Okay, you can also just cross and bring hands on opposite shoulders. Good, and then release
And switch, left under right. Circle forearms or wrists across your elbows, hands on opposite shoulders. Maybe lift a little up and down. Good, and then release, arms stretch out wide. Come forward and release your toes, tap your feet out on the mat. Like you're having a separate hand, tap. And then release that. Bring your knees together, sit back on your heels. And then see if you can walk your hands back, maybe lift one leg up, maybe the other, maybe both knees lift up off the mat, stretching the tops of the feet. Good, and then release. Come to seated and swing your legs around to one side. Stretch your legs forward. Give your legs a little shake, wiggle. And then hands come behind your back, bend your knees, plant your feet on the mat. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Flex your foot, so that means curling your toes back towards your face, and press your left knee away from you. So stretching the hips here, maybe rock a little side to side. Good, now from here you can stay or come down onto your back and grab behind your right hamstring or maybe the front of the right shin. Really press that knee away from you. Feel that stretch in your hips. Full breath in, full breath out. Take one more deep breath here. And then stretch your legs up towards the ceiling, give them a little shake, wiggle. Bring your right leg long to the bottom of the mat, hug your left knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze and then release. Maybe you circle your leg around a little bit. And then hug your knee in, curl your upper body up off the mat, nose towards your knee. Good, and then lower, cross your leg over your body. And open your arms out to a T, gaze to the left. Spinal twist. Palms face the sky, open here. You can let the sound of the basketballs be like a little sound of raindrops kind of landing on you, relaxation, little drops of rest. I don't know if that really worked, but.
It's some loud rain.
Yeah.
Like a monsoon.
Right, that might not be relaxing, just to be pounded with water, like water torture. You can just forget that. Roll back onto your back, never mind. Good, knee into your chest, rock it side to side. And then stretch your left leg up and lower your left leg down. Reach your arms overhead, stretch your feet down low, reach up and down top to bottom. And then curl your upper body up, reach your hands toward your toes. And then see if you can slowly use your core to lift back up. And at the top, reach towards your toes and forward fold, walk your hips back a little bit. Good, and then come back up to seated. Bring your hands behind you, bend your knees, plant your feet down, and lift into a reverse table. Hips up. Good, and then lower down. What should we do? So now cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Is that what we just did? Yeah. Other one, right over left, there you go. Flex your foot, so it means curl your toes away from you, and then press your knee away. And then here, just kind of shift a little, and you might notice right away, one side feels tighter than the other. Can you guys tell? This one like a lot more tight. Which one? Me too, right. How about you?
Left side.
Left side's tighter.
Left. Both are tight.
Yeah, everything's tight. Good. Now slowly start to come down onto your back, maybe on your forearms, all the way down, and grab behind your left hamstring this time. Maybe you can reach to grab the front of the left shin even. And keep pressing your right knee away. Good. And then see if you can let the listening of the breath bring a little stillness to your thoughts. Mind is quiet. full deep breath in, full complete breath out. Breathing in, and letting go. One more deep breath in this shape. Good, now release, stretch both legs up towards the sky, give a little shake, shake, wiggle, wiggle. And then left leg comes down long, right knee hugs into your chest. Give it a squeeze and really pull. So you can really drag your knee in, release it, pull and release. Maybe move your leg a little side to side. You can circle it around. Good, and then optional, lift your upper body up, bring your nose towards your knee, hug in, round squeeze. Good, lower back down, stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling, grabbing behind your thigh, point and flex your foot, roll out your ankle. Good, and then rebend your knee, draw it in, and twist, cross your right leg over your body. Open your arms out wide, gaze to the right, maybe palms spin up. Feel that stretch in the chest. And then slowly make your way back towards center. Hug both knees in. Give yourself a squeeze, rock side to side. Good, now stretch your legs up for happy baby. Grab behind your feet or to the outsides of the feet or behind your thighs. Draw your knees in and imagine you're gonna pull your knee down outside your ribs. You can rock a little side to side, just like a little baby that's starting to find its feet. Maybe work towards bringing your foot towards your face, unless you're really smelly or dirty feet. Good. And then stretch your legs up and arms up and give everything a nice shake, 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 shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. Good, and then bend your knees, plant your feet down, bring your arms by your sides. Exhale, and now inhale, lift your hips up for bridge pose. See if you can shimmy your shoulders towards one another behind your back. Maybe your palms squeeze. Good, press your hips high, lift your chest up, maybe chin comes to the chest. And then slowly lower your hips back down. So we're gonna do a supported bridge now, which is really nice. You're gonna put a block underneath your low back. And this is a really nice little release. If you ever have any back pain or discomfort, you just do this gentle kind of lifting of your hips and propping it on something that might give you some release. So you're gonna place the block really low on your back. So your sacrum, that big kind of flat muscle on either side of the pokey bones at the bottom of your spine, yeah, you're gonna lift your hips up and place your block low. And it should feel really good. Now these are really foamy blocks that kind of buckle. If you wanted, you could lift it to a medium height on its side, or even to the highest height, but it might feel like too much, it might feel good. If anyone wants a second block, I can give you another one as well. Does that feel nice?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So you could also do that with 2 pillows at home. And then you can just let your arms come out by your side, maybe palms face up, and let your eyes close. And maybe you feel a stretch in the front of your hips here. Good. And notice what's happening in your mind. If you're future tripping or busy thinking about other things, or if you're really here in your body on the mat. So see if you can stay here, just letting your focus be on your body and in your breath. And our breath is this incredible tool we can use to combat stress, to to help our mind calm, center, and clear. So a breath is the most portable form of stress management. So when we don't have maybe the support of someone we like to talk to, or I don't know, essential oils, or a favorite cozy sweatshirt, or anything that we have that makes us feel calm, remember you have these incredible tools within your own body. Good, so for the last few breaths here, option is stretch your legs straight in front of you. Maybe you feel a stretch in the front of your hips. You could also lift your legs up into the air. Good, nice. And if your legs are straight, maybe you feel that stretch and opening, so that's the front of your hips, your psoas muscle, and the hip flexors. Good. And then bring your feet back in, bend your knees. Good, lift your hips up and remove your block off to the side. Bring the soles of the feet together down on the mat and let the knees drop open for reclining butterfly pose. You can also reach your arms up and over, maybe grab opposite elbows. Yeah, so soles of the feet together, knees wide. Yeah, there you go. And if this feels really tight, you could move your feet kind of farther away towards the bottom of your mat. Good, so feel that opening in the front body here. Inhaling and exhaling. And see if you can feel a softness and a release in the front of the right chest, in your right shoulder, down through your right ribs, into the right hip. Right hip is relaxed, right ribs and right shoulder soft. And then feel to the left side, left shoulder, left ribs, left hip, soften down. And relaxing back up to left hip, left ribs, and left shoulder soft. Let there be a wave of relaxation here as you inhale and exhale. And then stretch your legs to the bottom of the mat and bring your arms down by your sides. So I'll offer you another posture with the blocks, and if you want another block, you can use 2 blocks here. This is called supported fish. So if you'll, you can tilt up on your elbows and just watch me for a second. So fish pose, arms are by your sides, and you lift your chest and let your head drop, which is a really nice opening in the front. And a great way to do this with blocks is to bring a block to the middle of the mat, so if you know where your shoulder blades are, right on the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, so maybe where you have a bra strap or a heart rate monitor. So the block will come right there. You can also bring out a nice bigger setting, and then if anyone wants a second block, you can bring a block behind your head, and then open your arms, and this is a really nice supported back bend to open the front of the chest. Does anyone want 2 blocks? One for your head? Good. Yeah, so Stephen, bring your block up a little higher. Yeah, and then let your head drop to the mat. How's that? Okay. Good, so a lot of us are rounded forward and our front chest gets tight. So this is a really nice counter pose to open the front. If anyone has a question, let me know and I can help. Do you want another block behind your head?